Hello, greetings. Alright, I guess we're all still here. I don't see, well, if you see World War III, I guess we'll all find out somehow. Alright, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the setup here, but I'm trying a different camera, so we'll see how it goes. Might be, let's see. Might be streaming a little bit too much, but we'll see. Kind of pushing it a little bit harder than I am usually. Alright, as for the streaming stuff, I might have to change it after this, so we'll see. Alright, I forgot to turn that off. Tonight would be a Galactic Federation of Light channeling. I haven't done one of those in a while. Well, of course I did it the other day, but this is a little bit different. And on for what else we're doing? Oh yeah, Lincoln. I might go into that. I had a question about Lincoln. The conspiracy, was he on at the Bahamas? Did he die? Was he part of the Illuminati? I have some questions about that some might have different opinions on, but we'll see. Get it from my perspective and see where we get with that. Okay, Google, shut down. I forgot to turn that off. Just have music and it's very distracting in the background. Yeah, the microphone just usually has like a mute button here, but I had to remember to get everything, so it's not working the way it usually is, so that's alright. Okay, let's see. As for what happened in Lincoln, there's a lot of Illuminati conspiracies around it. There's a lot of control energies around him. Basically, I don't think it was with Illuminati, but others might have a different opinion of that, but he definitely was controlled by them in some shape or form. And you can say they made him disappear. So you can say his purpose, his use, he was getting in everybody's way, however you want to look at it, but they pretty much had enough of him, and what happened. But did it happen the way it did? I'm not sure if I might really want to go into all that, but did he die? Yeah, there's so much conflicting timelines connected to that, as basically they want to hide what truly happened there. So after what happened there is, it's not very clear, for at least what I'm gathering at this moment. Of course, now I can go back in time and find out. So, but for the most part, what matters most of that is, I mean, our government was already taken over by the Illuminati energies pretty much since day one. So it does feel like they wanted him out, basically. Let's put it that way. So there's cover up after cover up, but I don't. Did he survive or not? Once again, it's several timelines connected to that. I don't think he did. Did he die in that way? Who knows? Did it happen exactly? I mean, they don't really have any reason to really cover it up that much. But as for where the news went and all that, who was behind it all, it was probably much of a. It wasn't just one man, it was most likely it was several. It's basically the higher elites had enough of him. Of course, there's a rogue shooter is possible, but it does seem like the higher elites were not really into protecting him too much either. So how it went down is, let's put it this way. Well, let's see. There's a lot of energies around it to basically take them off the planet, so it's not being very clear exactly how it went down. Kennedy is easier for me to connect with. This one is This one has a lot of, I would say, black magic around it, so we'll just leave it the way it is. But basically, they're trying to control his energy, like they control Jesus, control other figures of history, basically. Is that everything around him wasn't always him. There's other agendas, there's other people involved, and yeah, he's getting the credit for freeing the slaves, but also had other agendas along with it that were not fully seen. and technically freeing the slaves up. We're still enslaved, so we're not fully let go, as you can see. So and the slaves, I don't think were fully released either during that time, so you can say that's false energy, false information to the beginning. Yeah, I don't think they were but it feels like he went too far in some areas and they couldn't trust him anymore to do their bidding, so they removed him, let's put it that way. So, and also the currency situation. So he tried to change the currency, and that's pretty much what made him go away. So yeah, it does seem like the big surprise, the Secret Service for all for his dismissal, let's put it that way. That was I forget who was the one that shot him, but was that individual under a secret society or secret? Most likely there was something there. So was it him? Probably. It feels like it was, but either way, doesn't really matter in the long run. Not really. Alright, yeah, there's a lot of timeline energies with that, so we'll just leave it at that. It's not that important. But basically they're trying to control the information around Lincoln. And I might channel this, when I connect to the Galactic Federation, I might bring it, they might bring it. They might go into that detail if it has any significance. So, like I said, there's a lot of conflict around that. It looks like just the cabal is trying to cover it up as much, just like with JFK, but JFK was recent and it's a little bit different story. But Lincoln is far enough in the past where they can bury it. So I'm just getting a lot of conflicting energies with it when I connect to it. So PC, high PC usage, I might have to change that later on. Alright, those are new to all this. This is Avatar.com. We have private sessions. If this works, there's the calendar, there's availability. We also have Google Hangouts, Zoom, and channeling by phone. We also have the shop, and answering is like 1 to 5. Well, 10 days at the latest, so try to go as quickly as possible. We also have Spirit Social. We have other items here. And we also have spiritual connections from other channelers and healers. We also have the Patreon if you wanted to join the webinar or get an update, video update. I'm going to try and do one tomorrow if I can remember, or maybe Tuesday. And if you wanted to help out the rabbit over here, and he is available now. Oh well, we didn't get there yet. This is the social network here. Yeah, a lot of things happen lately. I've been remote viewing. Let's all share. Oh, cool. I haven't done much remote viewing in a while. And also I have this is the Jake, and I can get on Amazon. I'm not sure if it's. I guess you can. Don't link to it, but anyway. So you can read the issue here, or you can purchase it. It's on Kindle also, and it should be pretty easy to find. Alright. Yeah, change the webcam here. Might get rid of that whole changing color situation. So I guess with the camera itself, because it's not doing it now. You know, put the system. Hopefully it won't burn up. It should be okay. Alright, it might change the camera again over time to have a different quality, but it is kind of changing a little bit, isn't it? God, you just can't get away from that, can you? So I think I just saw it slightly change. Not that it matters. Alright, alright, happy Sunday everyone. Happy Monday. Monday. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, the end of the world is next Monday, just in case if anybody cares. I would definitely be going to that a little bit throughout the week, possibly. It's also still Reptilian Awareness Month. I've gone into full detail on that. I'm kind of taking a day off today. I mean, I am here, but I'm kind of not here. I'm here, but not fully here. Kind of take it easy today. So, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah, I'm kind of half-assing the whole thing, but either way. The whole thing with Syria and just so. All right. As for the Galactic Federation of Light, is there anybody first? Here, they say don't worry about Lincoln too much. There's a lot of time-traveling energies there that are misinterpreting what happened. That makes so much sense. They're trying to confuse people what happened. It is connected by the Cabal, basically trying to block it out as much as possible. So whatever you're connecting with, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, whatever you might get, but it does seem like it is. They don't want you. They don't want anybody really getting in there because a lot more happened there than just. A lot of deals happened during that, and just other way. The president they shoot in after Lincoln was basically under Cabal connection. Now Lincoln, I don't think Lincoln was under. I mean, he was under influence and control, yes, but was he part of it? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't see. I mean, not like he went and shook him. I mean, you probably get donors and stuff like that, just like any other president here. But I don't think it was like in cahoots with them, you know, but he knew their existence and he had to be careful or he would disappear like he did, but he had to do what he had to do, of course. So did they get him in? Yes, they did. They figured he would be on their side, and he was for the most part, but then you can say part of the freeing the slaves whole situation kind of put his I think also that kind of they had enough of him there too. They didn't want that to happen, from what I'm gathering here. And of course, we messed with the money too, and that really pretty much just sealed the deal. So it was getting on their nerves, from what I'm gathering here. It's similar to, in some ways, like JFK, because JFK went to do with CIA, and you know, so who knows on the currency situation too. So we'll see. They might bring in information here, and hopefully I can survive this. So yeah, I'm just trying to take it easy and not burn myself out so much. So might be taking it easy tomorrow too. We'll see. It might be a short broadcast. I'm gonna try and change the settings on this thing so it doesn't burn out my computer. Yeah, just a little bit. So, all right, blessings, and here we go. Greetings to you, this is Robin with the Syrian Race Blessings with the Galactic Federation of Light. Much love to your society as we connect to your energies and your timelines. Yes, you are currently on a positive timeline. Yes, the Syrian situation is an unfortunate event, but yes, much of the Cabal vibrations wanted a problem there to basically an event to happen there. Basically, you can say that's their event to counter your event as you bring more of awakening energies. As basically, yes, they can fool much of the third dimensional mentality on this world. They're going to continue to do so. Basically, a war is also like voodoo over society, as you can see. Wars, Earth's vibration cause a lot of wormhole energies to be opened as for portal vibrations to cause more difficulties on your planet. But it is not. Yes, basically, it's a timeline change, as you can see. War causes timeline disruptions, transformations, etc., etc. What's happening on your world at this moment? As you go into more of a unified vibration, much of your government energies are being removed as for negativity, little by little. These things take time. It is an infected wound at this time. You can look at it. It is not an easy energy to heal, because the wound has been infected for such a long time. Within your governments, it can be healed, but it just takes patience on society's part. But also, society is still wounded by the wound. As you can see, where protests and angry energies are going on. So the wound, basically protest energies actually makes things worse in a lot of ways. But also, yes, it's good to put your opinion out there, but also it depends on what kind of opinion it is. A more positive vibration does help your society heal. But first, the human has to make the decision of what they want for their world. Yes, to be heard is fine, but also to bring a gratitude and positivity to your timelines, basically, to go into a more positive vibration. Is intentions, energy through the heart, energy through the mind. As for global resets, as for financial reset, is unlikely this year or a year after. Your China, yes, is very powerful, but not going to take over your world anytime soon. As some are wondering about that, but as for Bitcoin, it's going to continue in its energy field. As for what's going on in your government, as for Trump's situation, is not of a positive light at this time, as you can see. There's positive energies there, but not as easier. Yes, compromise and deal making are being made to bring more of a positive time. Yes, jobs are being brought in ever so slightly, but yes, manipulations because of his personal life. His personal life is kind of exploded, as you can see. And with that explosion, they're trying to put out the fire at this time. That's not why there is a war. There is reasons for the war, yes, but there is reasons under the table we can't go into. That's none of our... We'll leave you with that. But at this time, yes, there is a personal reasons why that war occurred, but we can't go into full detail. Basically, it is things that are not known at this time. But what is brought into your environment at this moment? A change in direction. You're on your summertime. Even before that, there is waves of new vibrations. Your event, yes, is an energy field coming from you all to turn your earth into a new positive energy, and will continue to do so. As the human consciousness is having difficulties finding itself, the true self, its true galactic self, it does not even know it's there. As if many of you are awakening and continue that vibration, many do get tired, but realize also there's tired energies all around due to the manipulations on your world. Just to be yourself, basically. Share your vibrations of peace and harmony. Share your knowledge of peace and harmony. Things will change over time. You just have to be strong and know things will shift when they need to, because realize many are, yes, on your world wounded by the low vibrations, and those aren't easy wounds to be healed, because they go into protest energies, and also as many agendas in their protest energies, not always to stop the war, and sometimes actually cause more discomfort than help. You'd be surprised. As just your world is backwards on the way of finding its true self. Negativity to fight negativity does not really usually bring out peace on your world, but that is just our opinion. There are different ways of looking at the world. Basically, a worldwide prayer energy, yes, to the higher energies, higher God. Basically, to stop these wars, but also to stop the war, yes, within the personal lives of many of you on this world. Domestic abuse is a big deal in your world, as you can see. It is causing many to not think clearly and cause them distress throughout their lives. Domestic violence should be #1 on your list of healing. Yes, abuse towards children should be #1 on your list. This war is small compared to what is going on your planet in secret and ignored. Is this only your counselors on your planet are seeing it, but many humans need to recognize it and heal those situations, because as the more you ignore it, the more it will get worse, as you can see at this time. Your internet, yes, is a cause of it, but also it can be a healing of it also. It is up to the human consciousness. But yes, it is all decision making. Even if you do not believe in aliens or spirit guides or any of this, you realize your world has a problem and it needs to be healed and fixed. As for what's going on, yes, with your Lincoln, yes, there's many timeline energies around time wars that are trying to keep Lincoln hidden. The true Lincoln hidden from your true timeline. Yes, he was an ambassador from the Palladians. Some would say he was from different, what we say, our perspectives from the Palladians as for changing, uniting humanity. And he was removed very quickly, as you can see. And he's still being protected because many Cabal energies want to rewrite history and say he was more like a failure than a hero, but they're still trying to manipulate him because there's much more he did that is not being put into history for a reason. As for throwing out many of the Cabal energies during that time and arresting many of them. Not necessarily of the top of your pyramid, but yes, he did fight the Illuminati and did win. And then, as you can see, he disappeared from your world, always through a gunshot. So realize they're not going to put that You did many mass arrests that are not in your history, from what we are seeing at this time. But what matters most at this moment, as a human, the Earth human is finding his or herself. As you can see, many are going to more of a gender-neutral energy. That is a alien vibration, and that will continue to go into your world, because many are just questioning their existence here, as many are changing genders also. That is another alien vibration, and they don't even know it for the most part. Not likely. As for where your Earth is going, is where you want it to go. The Syrian, yes, situation in Syria, yes, is connected to the Syrian race in some ways, yes, but also Palladian and Anunnaki. As for your Cabal, yes, they do not want your Earth to win. They don't want humanity to win. So they're using, yes, the dice anywhere they can. Is it the Democrats that are under Cabal? It's both parties, but it's also a shadow party that's not even mentioned. The shadow party is part of your shadow government. That is basically like a political assassination energy, basically. That's one to bring up scandals. It's basically a person with no name, or persons, to bring up these things and to cause trouble, as you are seeing at this time. An anonymous leaker, basically, is involved with this. So, you'd be surprised how the shadow elite work. And it's not going to be on your daily newspaper, unlikely. So you wonder why these things are happening. Yes, they want chaos in your world. And if there's not, the more your Trump will have more. We believe a lot of your scandals with your Trump. Yes, unfortunately, much of it, not everything is going to be brought on the table, because what is not known is going to stay still unknown. Because there is much things there that are not too healthy at this time. Even for a human to, yes, he's not a healthy person sexually, as many of you see. His ego has, yes, went into his life and that brought him to situations he's probably not too proud of at this time. At least not at this point. It's like, maybe I should not have made all those bad decisions in his personal life. But yes, it is there in a unmarked folder, kept quiet at this time, but it is being hung over his neck at this time. But yes, some are going to have to fall, such as that lawyer that is under FBI rule at this time. He is most likely going to be removed, but that is still up in the air, but most likely he will be on his way out. The fall guy, basically. They need a fall guy, but do see your Trump be unscathed. Yes, there will be scandals continue on. Your FBI is under Illuminati control, as you can see. As for destroying Trump's title, his name, as much as they can, rubbing it into his face as much as they can. Basically, the reason for the scandals also to show him who's boss. A shadow boss, basically. They're showing in his face that basically they can take him out of that position at any time they want, basically is what that's about. Others, yes, will see a different perspective of it, but that is the main drift of it. That is through your Cabal energy, basically. And those that are saying that your Cabal is losing power, far from it. They are very much in power. Yes, they are a little bit afraid in some regard. Even if they do not have fear, they still are of losing grip of this earth. As many of you are awakened, the numbers are still very low. So they're going to do what they can as long as those numbers stay low. They are watching many of you that are opening up your hearts, opening up your energy fields to a new earth. They are keeping a strong eye on it, because that is changing many things on your world. As for what will come next, yes, most likely there will be a few more strikes, but we can't go into details when it will happen. But once again, they don't have to want this. At least your positive does not want it, but your Trump doesn't want it. But he's pretty much forced hand at this time, from what we're seeing. We cannot interfere either. As yes, there's much enlightenment brought to your society, but still the hand is being controlled. And there's nothing he can do. Well, he can step down from his position, and that's unlikely to happen. So to give insight into your planet of what's going on, continue your energies, continue your light. Yes, things will not happen as soon as you would like it to, but also you are here to build your foundations of who you are. Yes, you might be connected to a higher vibration, fifth dimension, but who do you know yourself completely? Not to say you're going to know everything, But some are still kind of skeptical of who they are still. And there's still much to learn. And that is why things take time. Because you're building your foundation of your timelines of where you are heading. And nothing's going to be that clear in the future because some of you have not made a clear future yet. Even as for your event is not very clear at this time. We're waiting for the human consciousness to make a decision. It has not quite made a decision. Yes, it wants to go into higher vibration of Earth, but how it's going to get there is not very clear. It is shifting. Everyone has their own different way of doing it. Not to say you will not get there, you will. But as you do this, you'll learn more about yourselves. That is basically what this message is about. Learning more about you. That is what. But isn't that beautiful? We believe it is. But some think they know themselves, but be surprised how much you don't know. And that is the magic of your existence here. We send you light and love of your energies here. Blessings to your society.